States across U.S. are taking bold steps toward protecting animals. At a fur farm in Poland, a mink crouches in a wire cage where it will spend its entire life, about 6 to 8 months, before it is killed for its fur. California is in a wave of groundbreaking animal welfare legislation. U.S. states have approved or are considering moves to ban the sale of fur, discourage cosmetics testing on animals, and end cat declawing, among other animal-friendly efforts. In California yesterday, state senators considered that would make it the first state in the country to ban the import and sale of fur products such as mink shawls, coyote fur trimmed parkas, and pom-pom keychains made of rabbit fur. We've seen California voters more than once saying that any product involving animals should be humanely sourced, says Assembly member Laura Friedman, who introduced the statewide bill in her chamber, where it passed in May. Yesterday, it's just the latest animal protection that's been put in motion at the state and local level over the past year in the United States. This series of state models wait to walk a runway in Milan in 2016 to show a new collection of fur coats and hats. Many fashion designers. There has been a trend where municipalities are taking on issues, Kelly says. Everyday advocates, New York is poised to become the first state to ban cat declawing. The highly ending the use of fur, especially in high fashion, is one of the animal welfare movement's longest-running efforts. And yet, but Americans' attitudes are shifting. Found that in May, Los Angeles and San Francisco both banned the sale of fur in the last year. Our two largest opponents of the ban include fur industry groups in California and the International Fur Association, an industry trade group, which argue that a ban would harm commerce and censors the ability of consumers to make their own choices. Plus, California boasts the world's fifth largest economy, larger than that of the UK. Supporters hope, on its face, the wave of new animal protections might seem like a California thing. Last November, and last September, California became the first state to ban the sale of cosmetics that have been tested on animals. Similar to after California passed the law, Nevada, then Illinois. These state-level measures could usher in more sweeping action to come, says Sarah Amundsen, president of the, which works to pass animal protection laws. The cosmetics test, it's a trend seen around the world. Australia earlier this year, following similar laws in the European Union, India, Switzerland, Turkey, Guatemala, and more. It's not just California spearheading action. That would make New York. Cat declawing is a highly controversial practice. It's not like a thing. The New York State bill, if signed into law, could ostensibly set a precedent for other states to follow suit. I think you're going to witness remarkable progress this decade, driven in part by activation at the state level, says U.S. Congressman Earl Blumenauer of Oregon, who champions animal welfare as co-chair of the bipartisan Congressional Animal Protection Caucus. Circuses are one area where local and state efforts may lead to nationwide action. Dozens of cities. In December, New Jersey became the first state to ban traveling acts featuring exotic animals like elephants, named for a 36-year-old African elephant who spent 30 years in traveling shows before she was seized by authorities in Alabama in 2017 and sent to a sanctuary. A federal bill, this is one of the most animal-friendly Congresses in history, if not the most, says Blumenauer. And what the states are.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.